Oil and Gas Land Management Commissioners, thank you all for the opportunity to speak today. My name is Mark Bank, and I've called Northeast Ohio home for all of my life. I'm here this morning to testify on behalf of myself and friends and family living in Cuyahoga and Medina County. We're concerned that House Bill 507 shall fleece, in bad faith, Ohioans of the welfare our lands afford us. Commissioners, it's unclear to me under what circumstances, if any, you are afforded the agency to prevent the leasing of state lands for oil and natural gas extraction, but by God, if you ever find you have that power, you must exercise it. The scientific consensus regarding climate change provides that furthering the extraction and burning of oil and gas is unforgivable violence against the vulnerable of today and the entirety of tomorrow. It's unconscionable. This ought to be sufficient grounds to oppose all nominations to evaluate. I don't think any of you are writing your resignation letters though. So, separately, however, there is an omission in the statute which compels your disapproval of nominations. In defining your commission's decision-making process regarding proposed leases, Revised Code Section 155.33b1 requires several factors to be taken into consideration. For these factors to be a part of that process to any meaningful extent, they must be expertly and impartially measured. Yet, in defining your commission's appointments, Revised Code Section 155.31b makes no requirement that any scientists be seated as a member of the commission. There is no geologist among you to account for probabilities of adverse geological impacts. There is no ecologist prepared to represent vulnerability of habitats and wildlife. There's no climate scientist who will speak to greenhouse effects incurred. There's no master of public health to reflect on population health risks. There's no Dr. Joseph Blanda to bring conversation to any loss of human life threatened. And there is no public liaison working to engage the public you serve. So in short, you've been burdened with too many hats. We can't presume that one conservationist has the bandwidth to consider and articulate all of these dimensions. And we cannot rely upon the impartiality and particularized expertise of representatives of the oil and natural gas industries to gauge the breadth and depth of environmental impacts. Meanwhile, public concerns are woefully underrepresented due to the marginal engagement we are afforded, a serious breach of the public trust. So until experts and advocates are appointed to account for the criteria your commission must consider, the commission lacks the capacity to meet the demands laid before you. Thank you for your consideration.